Hello, and welcome to another unboxing of a sealed 1960s Monopoly game. This one has some interesting points, and that's why I want to open it. As I've mentioned before, sometime in the mid-60s through the 70s, the battleship token and the canon token disappeared from the Monopoly game. My theory is that that was a result of the Vietnam War, growing anti-war sentiment, and Parker Brothers probably didn't want to have any implements of war in their game. I have no proof of that yet, but that's my theory. And this particular edition presents us with a possibility of narrowing down that time frame. This is a pre-General Mills Monopoly game. We know that because it doesn't say General Mills anywhere here. This is Parker Brothers Inc. So this is before Parker Brothers was bought out by General Mills in 1968. Based on the cover art, we also know that this is a 1961 edition. And as far as we can tell, this edition existed only between about 1961, 62, and 1968. It's further dated by the swirl. The swirl dates to about 1964. So from 61 or 62 to 64, there was no swirl there, just the Parker Brothers Inc. logo. So now we know this is from between 64 and 68. We can further differentiate by other aspects of the logo. There are three versions of this. This is one version. Another version looks just like this, but has the words Parker Brothers trademark for its real estate trading game printed in black underneath here. And the probably earliest version doesn't have that written, and also doesn't have this Made in USA in black. It actually has it over here, Made in USA in white, and it lacks Des Moines, Iowa. That's probably the earliest edition. The interesting point is that two of these three editions, between 64 and 68, did contain the battleship and the cannon. And one, I'm assuming the latest of the three, did not. It is believed that the latest of the three editions is the one that had the additional logo here stating Parker Brothers trademark for its real estate trading game. So that would be the first edition, I believe, that would lack the battleship and the cannon. So we're going to prove that true or false today, because when I open this, if there's no battleship in here, then we know that the battleship and cannon were deleted or removed a little bit earlier than we thought. Because this apparently, as far as we know, is the middle edition of the three. The earliest be the one that didn't have Des Moines, Iowa, and had the Made in USA over here in white. The latest, the one that looks like this with the additional logo on the bottom. If that's true, then this should have a battleship in it. If this doesn't have a battleship in it, then this is not the as old as we thought it was. That is to say, between 64 and 68, this figures later, because the earliest edition did have the battleship. So if that's clear, we're going to move on. The other thing we're looking for, which we want to confirm what we already have said here before, this should have the sticker on the board. This is a pre-General Mills Monopoly. Should have the sticker on the board. And of course, based on our previous research, you're going to see the title deed card should have Park Place on top. The community chest card should have Grand Opera Opening on top. And the chance card should have Advance to the Nearest Railroad on top. That's if everything we've said previously holds true. So let's get started, and we'll check the camera and we'll get ready to go. Okay, there's a little tear in the cellophane here. I'll start opening it there. I just got this on eBay, pretty good price, and these range from $100 to $150 normally. Of course, now that I've unsealed it, it lost a lot of its value, but I'm going to leave the inner contents sealed, the tray. So it'll still be valuable, but we're really doing this for historical interest. We want to find out more about when this battleship disappeared. I'm using gloves only because the cellophane is a little bit soiled. You don't want to transfer any of that to the game itself. So I'm going to take all this away. Remove the gloves. All right, here we go. So first thing we expect to see, sticker on the board. Blue board, sticker on the board. Here we go. This is about 60 years old, this game, and it has never been opened, so that's kind of fun. Let's say if it's 64, then, you know, we're talking about, can't do the math. It's old. All right, so there's no sticker on the board here, so we're gonna have to flip it over, and if there's no sticker on the other side, then what we've been saying about the various 1960s Monopoly editions was wrong, but I don't think so. And we are wrong. There's no sticker on the board, even though this is clearly a pre-1968 edition. So that's actually quite shocking. I guess we'll take a look at the board. And oh, I'm not even going to open it all the way. It has that nice cracking sound. So that's a brand new board. Now again, very surprising. I expected this to be sealed in cellophane, but it wasn't. But everything else looks about, I did mention, of course, pre-1968, there's going to be 2 instruction booklets, not 1 sheet. I can see that's true already. But I'm going to believe that this is a later edition. This edition without the Parker Brothers trademark logo may be the latest edition. I believe it was thought that the Parker Brothers logo on the bottom in black was a later edition, but I'm not sure now because look, the sticker's not there. All right, so let's see if we're correct. Advanced to the U.S. Railroad, Grand Opera opening, correct. Park Place on top. I'm going to tell you that Marvin Gons is on the other side, if I'm correct. No. Okay, so that's a change. So things are definitely different here. We do have the 2 instruction books, so that worked out correct. This is very interesting that Marvin Gons is not on the back here. We'll come back to that. And now the tokens. Let's see what we have. In a baggie, which is also, you know, when this was sealed, there was no baggie for the tokens. But as you can see, I don't know if you can see, but no battleship and no canon. So seems like we have a later edition here. Definitely not the earliest 64 to 68 edition, because we don't have a sticker, unless that was just a mistake in the factory one time. And we don't have a battleship, and we don't have a cannon. And we have things in plastic bags rather than that plastic seal over it. So we have here one of the later editions of the pre-1968, pre-General Mills Monopoly. Definitely a later edition. It's almost, I mean, if I didn't see the cover, I would believe this was a close to 1968 edition. The only thing that's saving it from being a 68 edition is the two instruction booklets. So some surprises there. That's your 1964 to 68 Parker Brothers Monopoly seal. That's the first one I've opened that was completely sealed from this era. Previously I opened one that only had a seal in here. So I think we learned a lot there, and thanks for watching.